Washington, D.C., the most corrupt capital in the world. It's not even close. And the corruption starts right here at 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue. Shady crypto deals, pardons for even the worst criminals, a massive cover-up. Protecting pedophiles and sex traffickers, run directly from the Oval Office in the Department of Justice. Tax breaks, no-bid contracts, backroom deals for people who made seven-figure contributions that reek of corruption. You trusted Donald Trump to clean up Washington, but instead he and his family are raking in billions. And your family? Screwed. Higher prices, jobs collapsing, grocery prices up, cost of living skyrocketing. And every day he makes you lie to yourself, to your family, to God. You know what he is. You know what he's done. You know what he's covering up. Corruption is a cancer in Washington, and the heart of that cancer is right here.
All right.
Man, they just nail it every single time. Whoa. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of The Voice of Reason. Shit's getting real, man. We got a lot to talk about. Some pardons that we are probably going to be expecting here in the near future that probably will not shock you at all. They're still desperately trying to cover up the entire Epstein file from being released. At this point, it's obvious that my theory is it's worse than we even imagined. My theory is, because everybody focuses on Donald Trump being just a participant. Well, my theory is that he was a sex trafficker along with Jeffrey Epstein. I mean, we already know that they recruited at least one young little girl out of Mar-a-Lago, which was weird that a teenager was working at a massage parlor in Mar-a-Lago, but besides the point. My theory is that he is way more than just a participant, if not, part of the entire. I mean, they were best friends for 15 years, for crying out loud. You think he honestly didn't know what was going on, didn't participate, didn't help? Because if
Doesn't
any
have
of
home
the
videos.
That's what I'm saying. Like, because if he transported any of the young girls, that would make him a child trafficker. Period. So I think that's what they're covering up. I think it's honestly a lot worse than we could possibly imagine.
Yeah, I think it's a lot bigger than people think.
Yep, and we're going to talk about Stephen Miller makes a mistake of a lifetime on CNN that causes him to completely freeze. We're not sure if somebody was telling him to shut the fuck up in his ear or if he just realized what he said and then completely froze. And it's quite scary. Donald Trump is talking about invoking the Insurrection Act. He has been talking about it since day one. I'm honestly surprised they haven't done it yet, but it's coming. It is coming.
Like, they're not just telling us, they're showing us. It's happening. Right. It's currently happening.
Right. And like we've been saying from the beginning, they are running the World War II Nazi playbook to perfection. And they're getting frustrated because the courts are actually slowing them down. Their transition plan was a 6-month plan, and they are behind schedule, and it's starting to piss them off. And we also have more proof that they are actively hiring white supremacist groups, or at least white supremacists, to work for federal agents or federal agents. One guy is going viral for having a swastika tattoo right here. He's illegally detaining people in Chicago, and we have videos from some of the residents of the apartment building that was just stormed like it was Fallujah, literally kicking in doors and dragging naked babies out into the streets. Like, it's honestly disgusting to watch this happen, and it makes our blood boil every time we have to watch one of these assholes on video. But they are walking around with a budget larger than most countries' militaries have.
Yep.
And we are, again, pretty sure that they are, I mean, white supremacists would not be allowed in the government to begin with. A lot of these people could have criminal records. We don't know if any of these were Jan 6 insurrectionists, but we have some serious problems because Donald Trump has his own personal police force now. He doesn't really need the military to police America. He has ICE. He has the money, but right now I don't think he has the personnel. So he needs the military.
He needs the numbers so that they can hold down everything.
Right. So I hope you guys are comfortable with your tax dollars paying Nazis to 6 figures to run around and racially profile brown and black people That's what they're doing. They're just grabbing people off the streets because they think they're illegal. Or, I'll take it even a step further, or they're using our GPS tracking data from our phones to locate people. Which is a very, very good possibility. Right, Palantir. Yeah, that is real. That is real. We're also going to talk about something called Project Nimbus, which is something that is very new and very disturbing and very Israeli. And yes, it has to do with, basically, it's another espionage plan of Israel's. We already talked about Project Esther, which I actually have proof of Project Esther. Let me just throw this on stage real quick. It looks like Israel has been paying right-wing influencers between $6,100 and $7,300 per post. Per post. Okay? This is our money right here. This is U.S. taxpayer money being recycled into propaganda.
Yep.
I wish people would really take this stuff seriously. This is not a joke. We have the receipts. They are quite literally paying people. You got $60,000 here, $140,000 here. Influencer campaign, $200,000 in miscellaneous costs. And it goes on and on and on. And there's another 50 grand.
This is the same thing, and I'm going to tie it to one of our old favorites. This is the same type of campaign that Moms for Liberty benefited from. They're backed by either politicians, government agents, different things, usually the Republicans when you're talking about Moms for Liberty. But now we're talking about foreign national payments to influencers to direct people's opinions on things. Right. How is that not espionage? How is that not going to be a problem come the next election?
Yeah, I honestly, at this point, I don't want any politicians that have been funded by AIPAC. What the Israelis are doing. I mean, they've already took the land of Israel, where they just stole it. Just moved in, said, "Get out, this is ours." Now they're moving. They got their sights set on the United States, and they've done a pretty damn good job.
Gee, imagine if Russia and Israel target us together with China.
Cooked. We'd be cooked. We would absolutely be cooked. So we have a lot to talk about today. But first, we want to talk about Kristi Noem. She put this picture out, and when I saw this picture, the first thought in my head was, why does her body look older than her face? You ever see a really weird, oddly ripped dude at the gym who's 80 years old? Everybody knows what I'm talking about. If you've been to the gym, there's always an old guy that is just insanely ripped for his age. But seriously, she
looks good for an old guy.
Right, she looks great for an 80-year-old ripped dude. But she has, you could see her tendons. She has no body fat whatsoever, and this is not from fucking CrossFit. This is either severe weight loss, drug addiction, or Nazis like to use meth.
Hey, how about this? How about this? The stress of destroying a country and hoping that you get away with it so you don't get put in prison and put on trial for treason.
Maybe it's because they're rejecting her from literally every restaurant in Chicago. No ice allowed. I love that. Kudos to Chicago. But what's happening in our country?
No ice served in drinks.
Right. We talked about the video, the propaganda video, because Donald Trump and the administration want you to think there's a literal war going on in Portland. So they're using videos that aren't actually happening right now. They're also they made a meme today and said it was Portland. It was literally police and a celebration from another country. And they mashed the two pictures together, and they're like, this is Portland.
Their lying has reached a level where anyone that is short of psychopathic would actually have some morality going, wow, this is a little too much. This is a little too much. Because, Trump just put out a tweet or whatever the hell they're called nowadays, saying, the economy is great, prices are down, blah, blah, blah. And then someone's response was, every word is a lie. They exaggerate. It isn't the right term anymore. Lie isn't the right term. They are fabricating an alternate reality. It's the same as you're going to see, Jeremy has video of Trump talking about insurrectionists in Portland. There are no insurrectionists in Portland. It's just not a real thing. There were insurrectionists on January 6th at the Capitol, but not in Portland in 2025.
No, I would argue that actually that the true insurrectionists is ICE. I mean, if we're really going to pick it apart, they're the ones that are invading
the Constitution.
Right, they're acting against the Constitution. They're violating people's civil rights. They're taking U.S. citizens off the street because of the color of their skin. They do not give a fuck, guys. Stephen Miller is sick in the head.
He
wants everybody that's not white out of this country.
Yep.
Okay, they're starting with Latino people. They're slowly starting to work their way into the black communities too. And if you're not down, well, that's why I can't, like, a lot of people don't want to go on the streets because they're for obvious reasons, they don't want to make themselves a target. But now I would honestly argue that if you're not down with this shit, you are a target. They will target all of us. Okay, that's how this works. That's my worry is we're not taking this seriously enough. Like, these are Nazis. They've earned that title. Again, we're not being defamatory because that's what they want to be. Project 2025 is a Nazi roadmap. How to turn America into the next Nazi Germany is the whole point of this. Stephen Miller, for Christ's sake, looks just like Goebbels, for crying out loud. I mean,
it's creepy.
We got ICE agents with white supremacist tattoos. This is not the first guy that we've shown you that has white supremacist tattoos. My worry is people aren't taking this seriously enough, and then one day we're going to see that, oh my God, thousands, if not millions of people died in these camps, because we already know there's missing people from Alligator Alcatraz. How the fuck do you...
In the place that they said they were opening it there so that the alligators could eat the bodies.
Right, so we don't even know where a lot of these people are.
Like, what they're going to do with the people there. They told you. They said it.
Right. So I think we need to start taking this seriously. They are obviously okay with attacking American cities. They're obviously okay with arresting innocent people. They're obviously okay with racially profiling. And according to Donald Trump, they are also perfectly fine with invoking the Insurrection Act if they have to, which they don't, because actually Chicago, I think, was just named the best city in the United States.
For 9 years in a row, Chicago was named the nicest city in the United States.
Right. They claim it's a war zone, and it was just ranked for the 9th year in a row, nicest city in the United States, guys.
Meanwhile, the Navy SEALs from Texas National Guard are showing up for photo ops, and they look like balloon manatees.
Right.
But that's okay.
So we talked about, I still think they sacrificed Charlie Kirk to get everybody off the Epstein files, but unfortunately for them, their base has an extremely short attention span, and they're now back onto the Epstein files because Donald Trump is actually talking about pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell.
Yep. And let me tell you something. My opinion on that is,
that shit is hilarious.
There's anything we know for sure about Donald Trump is that when it comes to saving his ass, there is no low. He is shameless. So no matter the optics of pardoning her, he will do it if he believes it will keep her quiet. End of story.
It was so funny. I found out when SCOTUS rejected her appeal, I posted immediately on Facebook. I was like, now Donald Trump has two options: pardon her, or they Epsteined her, if you know what I'm saying.
Let me tell you,
literally his two options. Right, but they are so desperate to cover this up.
No, you know what they would...
Go ahead.
They would be transporting her, and there'd be an accident. Then they would blame it on Antifa.
Antifa attacked her.
That's what they would do. That's where we're at, and that's where we're at.
Everybody Antifa.
Antifa bad. Everyone Antifa.
Antifa bad. All right, well, I just want to show you that they don't even want to answer questions about the Epstein anymore. Here they're being asked in Congress. Pam Bondi just basically refuses to answer the question, but the question itself is extremely important because this is true.
Did the FBI find those photographs that have been discussed publicly by a witness who claimed Jeffrey Epstein showed them to him? You don't know anything about that. Okay.
Now, the pictures he's referencing, I believe it was Michael Wolff, said that he physically saw pictures of Donald Trump with teenage girls sitting on his lap topless.
Yep.
That's what he was asking Pam Bondi about, and she's just like,
trying to be clever. The rest of that, that was the time today when she was asked about where the $50,000 for Tom Holman went, and she was like,
I forgot about that.
He was like, well, the, blah blah blah, and the guy was like, that you just answered a different question. Like they were literally holding her to being full of shit.
It's on video. Like there's video of Tom Holman accepting a $50,000
And you know what the
bribe.
problem is? Historically, America has never punished the people that have tried to destroy it from within.
Right.
Okay. So if we ever get through this, we're still not gonna punish any of these people.
We have to this time. We have to. You know, I realized something that Mike and I, actually Mike is the one that brought this to my attention, that Nazism is actually based on the Jim Crow South. So if you think about it, Nazism was originated in the United States.
Nazism is American as apple pie.
Right. That's where they got it from. And the crazy part is the Nazis thought Jim Crow South was too extreme. That's the craziest part about it. But Nazism originated right here in the good old USA.
The people that came up with the final solution to kill over 6 million Jews and millions of other people, they were like, man, the South is too racist for us.
Hey, that's insane to me. So if you don't think it could get bad, I would like to refer to that moment in time, because it was that bad at one point already, just in the South. But they're trying to make America great again. So I kind of feel like that's the time they're talking about.
Yep.
And plus, I figured out why Donald Trump says we're in the golden age, which we'll get into that later.
Is that because he keeps making everything golden, so he thinks that's what that means?
Right. Real quick, I'll just bring this up real quick because this has nothing to do with the show. But I would like to go over his stuff for Project Nimbus and the fact that MAGA is boycotting Netflix now because of trans ideology. He's like, fuck off with this. God, you guys are such bitches.
Are the
you
trans
cannot
in the room
catch
with me right now?
Like, transgenderism isn't fucking contagious. Like,
well, they don't believe in germ theory either, so I don't know what they're afraid of.
I swear these people think, like, if you bump into a gay person, you're going to start catching feelings for the same, like, for dudes. It's like, God, you guys are so narrow-minded.
The more you hang out, you're like, you know what? I'll catch a dick.
Yeah, you know what? I really wasn't against taking some back shots, but after hanging out with you know I'm convinced. That's what I'm into.
And you know what the thing is? They're not afraid of that. They're afraid of liking it. Anyway, go ahead.
Right. All right. So real quick, I figured out a while ago, and everybody thought I was crazy, why Donald Trump is doing all this tariff stuff. It's to create instability. It's intentionally to create instability in the market, because what happens when the dollar, which is having its worst year in decades, goes down and there is instability in the market? Well, guess what goes up? Gold. The price of gold just hit $4,000 an ounce for the first time. Who do we know that is more obsessed with fucking gold than anybody else? Donald freaking Trump, who I would like also to mention wanted to take a tour of Fort Knox to just make sure that the Democrats didn't steal all the gold. They wanted to do an audit of Fort Knox. You know what I'm saying? So my theory is they have their hands on all the gold. They don't care what happens to the dollar, because if this keeps going up, they will have more money than anybody's ever had. And they will control it all if that's what happens. If the dollar tanks and it goes strictly to gold standard again, we're cooked. We are cooked, and they will have all of it. So, yeah. I just wanted to throw that out there real quick. So, all right, let's get into what do you want to do first? Project Nimbus, or we want to talk about this dumbass boycott?
We could do the boycott first. I do want to thank Ann Rasmussen. She gifted 10 gifts to the show.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
I wanted to thank her very much. That's amazing. We appreciate it.
Yeah, you guys are awesome.
All right, so MAGA boycott. Okay, I'm going to walk you through. I have a little bit of information on this, and by a little bit, I mean more than I should. Right. But I want to walk you through how absolutely batshit lazy these people are, because if MAGA is anything, it's unfocused on anything that matters. The things that they choose to spend their time and energy on are fanatically stupid. And I'll tell you why. The latest thing that I'm about to show you, the show hasn't been on. They haven't been making it 3 years, so they're just finding out about it now,
right?
And they're retroactively being assholes. So
Well, they had to move on from the Bad Bunny controversy.
well,
They
yeah,
needed something else to talk
they don't
about.
know. They don't know how to say anything against them because they can't speak Spanish, so they can't.
They can barely speak English.
So, a MAGA boycott against Netflix was launched in late September this year, driven by Elon Musk and other conservative figures. Remember him? Protesting the inclusion of a transgender character in an animated children's series. The primary target of the boycott was the show Dead End Paranormal Park, which originally aired in 2022 and was canceled in 2023. Okay? It is all based off a viral clip. The boycott began after the anti-trans and far-right social media account, Libs of TikTok, we know them, posted an old clip from this show. The clip features the main character, Barney, coming out as a transgender boy. The post accused Netflix of pushing pro-transgender on children. Now, I'm going to take a pause from my information, and I'm going to reiterate something. Inclusion of reality is not pushing reality. Acknowledging that there are gay people, and there are trans people, and there are black people, and there are white people, and there are Jewish people. Okay, acknowledging that is not pushing it. If you're thinking that acknowledging that is pushing it, then what you're doing is actively suppressing that information.
Right.
And that's what you really want. So let's get back into it. Musk's involvement, because the douchebag's got to get his claws in everything. Elon Musk, the owner of X, amplified the call for a boycott. He reposted the Libs of TikTok clip stating, "This is not okay," and later urged his followers to cancel Netflix for the health of your kids. Musk also shared other posts accusing Netflix of pushing the transgender woke agenda. This from the guy who disowned his own daughter because he's a piece of shit.
Yeah.
Attack on the creator. This is where people need to understand the consequences of words. The right-wing backlash expanded to target the show's creator, Hamish Steele, following the death of conservative activist Charlie Kirk. Man, they will find a reason to loop all their bullshit together.
Yep.
Alleged screenshots of Steele's social media posts went viral, claiming he had celebrated Kirk's death. Steele has since denied these posts, stating that they were lies and slander. Quote, "I have mostly been very okay today and found it all quite funny, while really appreciating everyone who has reached out. But the extremely nasty, weird, homophobic, and anti-Semitic emails have started rolling in, and it is getting a little scary, so I apologize if I take longer to respond to stuff." Other than Steele reporting receiving a flood of homophobic and anti-Semitic messages, a U.S. Congressman, Tim Shithead Burchett from Tennessee, weighed in on the issue, with conservative host Jesse Johnson stating on his show that Burchett was exploring the possibility of bringing Netflix executives
for fuck's sake, over a goddamn cartoon that your kids don't have to watch.
This is the same party that won't seat a congressperson because it will vote to release the Epstein files, and they're pretending to care about kids' safety.
That's what I'm saying. The government is currently shut down. FAA is literally hanging on by a fucking thread right now. The air traffic controllers are literally just taking sick days.
Don't fly this. Do not fly anywhere right now.
No, they have one of the most stressful jobs ever, and they're doing it for free at the moment. So most of them are taking their sick days. Like, yeah, they got a lot of them have to do DoorDash and Uber Eats and do Uber rides because Donald Trump isn't paying them. And they want to focus on a goddamn cartoon that they don't have to watch, or they can tell your kids, hey, I don't want you watching this. Instead, they got to make a big deal out of it, try and force Netflix to do this right-wing capitulation that everybody else does.
This is the same bullshit as trying to get rid of violent video games. And I'll tell you the thing that I saw firsthand several times throughout the years of buying video games. It's a little bratty little shit that has a parent that never actually parented.
Exactly.
And that little shit in their hand has a game that says M for mature on it. Blood, sex, violence, guns, death, fire.
Right.
Okay. And then that little kid puts it on the counter, and that mom who doesn't parent their children is standing there. And then the person selling the game goes, "Hello, ma'am, I can't sell this to your child because this is rated mature for blood, sex, violent, death, guns, whatever."
Yeah.
And the mom goes, "It's just a video game. It's fine," and gives them the credit card.
And then she gets
You
mad.
don't have to have your child watch a show you don't want to watch on Netflix because there's something called parental control. And just because you're too fucking lazy to engage them doesn't mean the rest of the world has to ban human life to suit your ignorance.
That's what I'm saying. You know what pisses me off about this hypocrisy is they're literally trying to force their Christian beliefs, which are complete bullshit, down our throats. Quite literally down our throats. They want to make it a Christian nation. They want to make all other religions illegal. Like, you have to be Christian and study the Bible in school. They want to do all of that. That's shoving it down our throat. A random cartoon that's been on for 3 years that you just all of a sudden now noticed.
That happened to have a queer character. Oh, booga, booga, booga. I got
oh my God. Out. You know, I never understood why they never freaked out over the one show. Oh, God damn it. The one girl who did the jeans commercials in it. I can't remember what it's called now. It's literally about teen sex, drugs, teen drugs, transgender characters, older age pedophilia, older age men sleeping with.
I can't remember what it's called,
Yeah, it is a fucked up show. It's a really hard show to watch. Look, I mean, it's really good.
I'm sure they did have a fit.
But these people are so pathetic. They freak out over the dumbest stuff. But you notice, it's funny, ever since they announced Bad Bunny at the Super Bowl, they have stopped talking about Charlie Kirk. They have completely forgotten about him and moved the fuck on, man.
Because Charlie Kirk was obviously just an attempt at a rallying cry. Okay, and it didn't work. But here's the thing.
There's too much that doesn't make sense.
Their racism is part of their genetics. It's how they identify themselves.
It is.
So going after Bad Bunny is as natural to them as tucking their kids in, which they probably don't do because they're all shitty parents. Sorry, I'm real grumpy today.
Oh, no, we're good. Get it all out, man. Get it all out. All right, man, let's move on to Project Nimbus. This is something that most of you guys probably have not heard of, and I came across this on a social media video and looked more into it, and it's actually quite terrifying. Israel is quite literally trying to control us via social media and corporate media.
Yep.
They really are. Mike has some good information on this.
Here we go.
Yeah, this is just going to get weird.
All right. Sorry. Sometimes I make myself laugh. Okay. Although Project Nimbus's specific mission has not yet been revealed, Google Cloud Platform's AI tools could give the Israeli military and security services the capability for facial detection, automated image categorization, object tracking, and sentiment analysis. Tools that have previously been used by U.S. Customs and Border Protection for border surveillance. Project Nimbus has 4 planned phases. The first is purchasing and constructing the cloud infrastructure. The second is crafting government policy for moving operations onto the cloud. The third is moving operations to the cloud. And the fourth is implementing and optimizing cloud operations, which is a nice way of saying getting all of your information and surveillance in one place we can control.
Yep.
So here are Project Nimbus's stated purposes. Digital transformation to help the Israeli government transition to and benefit from public cloud services. Improved services to enhance the efficiency of government processes and the quality of services provided to citizens and businesses. Technological advancement to provide the government and defense establishment with advanced cloud and AI capabilities. Consolidation and standardization to simplify lateral processes and implement standardization across government units. So what that means is we're trying to make our internet better for everyone. Yay. But really what they're doing is, remember when they said don't share your information on the internet? They want to make a public cloud service so everyone's information is in there that they could filter and scrub. That's what this is about. So here's about the criticism. Weaponization of AI. Critics and protesters argue that the AI and cloud services provided under Project Nimbus are being used for surveillance and to facilitate the deaths of civilians in Gaza. Human rights concerns. Reports suggest the use of Nimbus-related technology in conjunction with other data-driven targeting programs like Project Lavender and Where's Daddy, that's creepy as fuck, has led to detentions and killings. Lack of transparency. There is ongoing debate and concern about the exact nature of the workloads, particularly regarding their potential use for highly sensitive military and intelligence operations, despite official denials. So in other words, they're going to gather everyone's personal data. They're going to gather all of your biometric data. They're going to take your image and they're going to filter it through their government platform and do, I don't know, super nice things for people.
Yeah. Also, I just found out recently that Israel spent over $1 billion, which is, again, U.S. taxpayer money, to purchase 8 VPN companies. They purchased the parent company. I'm trying to figure out I'm trying to look it up real quick.
Wow, that's sketchy because so many people use VPNs to hide.
That's what I'm saying.
But
Israel
then, if they buy all of them up, then they have access to all of that data.
Exactly. Israel bought one of the parent companies that has 8 different VPNs, so we're not even safe using VPNs anymore. Israel has control of a big chunk of them. The one I'm using right now, I have one on my phone personally now that I use, is luckily not on the list, and I can't remember the name of it off the top of my head. I highly suggest using a VPN, especially in this environment, because right now, if somebody looks it up, my phone says I'm in, like, New Jersey. You know what I mean? So, in this day and age, I would recommend being paranoid and using as many services as you can to master
Also, you
your
could
app.
unlock services from streaming that you can't get in this country. So, hell, it's a good idea.
That's true. I used VPN. When I started using VPNs, it was to find articles from other countries because we are being, our information is being suppressed. We are not getting stories that we should be getting. So using a VPN allows you to sometimes find stories that we should be reporting on from other countries. And I like to see how other countries look at America. And quite honestly, they're all fucking laughing their asses off because we have the most corrupt, incompetent pedophile president ever in human history. Human history. Donald Trump is worthless, useless, and honestly the most transactional president we've ever had. Everything is for sale. Next time I go to D.C., I'm going to buy a bunch of yard sale signs that say for sale on it, and I'm just going to write cheap. And I'm just going to start sticking them all over the fucking lawn of the White House. I don't give a fuck what they say. Like, seriously, they should put a for sale sign in the White House. Make offer.
Oh, man.
Or put a price and then put OBO next to it, or best offer. Like, I feel like that's what's going on, man. And we're going to talk about that because, Donald Trump is out here talking about pardoning P. Diddy. P. Diddy, and the way he's looking at it, because P. Diddy, if those of you guys don't remember, offered the judge, I think, $100 million to just get out on bail, and the judge said no. So I guarantee, because they know each other. They know each other.
They're
so
all
he's like,
part of
Trump.
it.
Right. So, I got this $100 million. The judge didn't want. Do you want it? And the president apparently has full authority over pardons. He can pardon whoever he wants.
Yep.
And apparently we're just letting all the insurrectionists, the rapists, and the pedophiles out.
$10
now.
When he goes to pardon Diddy, he's like, I know I'm doing this for the black people. Like, you all loved OJ. I know you love Diddy. This is for you. Vote for me.
You know what's
Vote
funny?
for Trump.
He would actually think that. He would think that the black community would love him for pardoning Diddy. That's how racist and stupid that he is. But let me show you the video where he's talking about, hey, Diddy did reach out to him. Did he do it? Did he not do it? He did it.
Sean Diddy Combs,
Right.
would you consider pardoning him?
Well, he was essentially, I guess, sort of half innocent.
Yes.
I don't know.
Half
Still
innocent?
in jail or something. But
What kind of
he was,
questions are these?
celebrating a
Who would
victory?
you
But
pardon?
it seems, I guess, it wasn't as good as a victory. Probably,
Half innocent.
Celebrate criminality.
I was very friendly with him. I got along with him great, and seemed like a nice guy. I didn't know him well. But when I ran for office,
like a
he was
nice
very
guy.
hostile.
He said some not so nice things about you,
Yeah,
sir.
and
Yes.
it's hard, like you, we're human beings.
Right.
And we don't like to have things cloud our judgment, right? But when you knew someone and you were fine, and then you run for office,
Thank you, Ann.
and he made some terrible statements. So I don't know. It's more.
How are you? This is what I hate about Donald Trump. Like,
How do you
because they
think?
they dropped a couple of the charges, he thinks he's half innocent. Like,
Well, look, I mean,
we're just gonna overlook all the horrible shit he did.
This
and
is a
just-
34-time count convicted felon. He thinks that way.
it's crazy that we have to follow laws made by pedophiles and convicted felons. That to me it bothers me. It bothers me. My only hope is that speech they give the military, because I can't imagine
Whoa.
our military.
Sheldon picked up on something.
He called him Puff Daddy. Oh, that's true. That's true. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot more people are
Yeah.
involved in this Epstein shit than we
call,
even
Sean.
imagined. But again, I think they're hiding the Epstein files because I think it's worse than we even think. Because everybody keeps calling Donald Trump a pedo, and yeah, he had sex with kids.
I think he was more than anything part of the trafficking part because he was making money.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because
you know what?
He was
I
making
wouldn't
money.
even be surprised if he never diddled a kid. It wouldn't even surprise me because he's such a money-oriented mongoloid. Oh shit, that's a bad word. I apologize for using that word. He's such a garbage human being.
It's hard not to use bad.
It wouldn't surprise me if he was in it just for the money, and he had so little regard for the lives of children that he was like, "Oh, that's $5,000. That's $5,000.
Right.
That's $5,000."
No, I guarantee. I mean, they were friends for best friends for 15 years. You cannot tell me that he wasn't part of the actual trafficking part of this too. And they are desperately trying to block this from being released. They will not swear in a elected Democratic official because that would give them enough votes. They went on vacation. So they shut the government down, so they wouldn't have to vote on it. Like, you know what I mean? Now they're just trying to say, "Oh, the government's shut down because they're Democrats," and they're trying to distract everybody. But even some MAGAs are coming out like, "But you guys have like all three branches of government." Even MAGAs out there going, "But you control everything, including the Supreme Court."
See, here's the other problem with people like Trump and the Christian nationalists. They are all or nothing. They want Trump wants complete power and all the money in the world.
Yep.
And the Christian nationalists are so starving for complete and utter fascism that they're overplaying their hands. Now, at the same time, I don't know that they need their base anymore. If the things go the way I think they're going to go, elections don't mean anything. So they're at the point where they don't need to appease their base in any way, shape, or form. It's not like Donald Trump was ever going to release the Epstein files. And now that they know that there's like, he knows what was in them. So him promising they're going to release them was always a lie.
My feeling, I just keep feeling like they want to start a civil war. They want to do the Netanyahu play. They want to start a civil war. Then they can say, hey, we have to invoke the Insurrection Act. And if Donald Trump takes over and uses his war powers, he can suspend elections.
Yep.
That is a possibility. And he will start a war with another country, whether it's Venezuela or
he's going to start a war.
Whoever. He's going to start a war with somebody to stay in power is my thing. And I'm worried he wants to start a war with the American people, which seems like they're really pushing.
A war with Venezuela would have to end, or there would be intervention, or other people would get involved. A war against his own people, that's our problem. No one's going to step in and help us.
Again, I put a lot of faith in the military. I have a problem with, I was picturing these generals, because think about it, a general has spent probably 30 to 40 years in the military to get to that position. You know what I'm saying? They have dedicated their entire lives to defending freedom, bringing democracy to other countries and defending the Constitution of the United States. And Donald Trump is out there telling the military to turn on us. I just have a hard time because the way he treats the military, they have to see that. If the military turns on us, we're fucked. We're cooked. We will not survive this if they turn on us. So ICE we can deal with because there's a limited amount of them.
And they're all badass Proud Boys.
Right. There's not a whole lot of ICE members yet. They're trying to recruit. They're trying to get black people out of the military just so they can hire white people. That's what the whole shaving waiver was about. Because most members of the military on a shaving waiver are predominantly African American.
I hope so.
Because if they shave too often, they get really bad ingrown hairs and bumps on their skin. So I remember we used to, guys I went to basic training with would get them. So that is specifically targeted at the African American soldiers. So they want to create this all-white army, not just ICE, but the military itself. They've lowered standards, so you can be extremely stupid now and be in the military. But the problem with the military is it takes years sometimes to train somebody properly to do their jobs. So they don't have the staffing of the military the way they need it to be. They don't have their all-white military yet. In order for that to do that, they would have to recruit and train a lot of people, which I just don't see happening, at least not anytime soon. So, but anyway, back to Donald Trump pardoning Ghislaine Maxwell. Let's talk about this real quick, because he is really out of options. Because if he doesn't pardon her, she's going to talk. or they're just going to whack her like they whacked Epstein. One or the other is going to happen.
Its term today, Mr. President.
Say it.
The Supreme Court is back and said that they rejected today an appeal by Ghislaine Maxwell to overturn her conviction. That means her only chance of getting out of prison is a pardon from you. Is that something you're?
Who are we talking about?
Ghislaine Maxwell.
You know, I haven't heard the name in so long. I can say this, that I'd have to take a look at it. I would have to take a look.
What is there to take a look
She
at?
wanted to appeal her conviction.
And what
They
happened?
said that
He
they were
doesn't even know how to play the game. All he has to do
Well,
is
I'll
go,
take a look at it.
absolutely
I'll
not.
speak
I would
to-
never.
I will
pardon.
speak to the
Right.
DOJ. I wouldn't consider it or not
About
consider it. I don't know
what?
anything about it. So, but I'll speak. I will
He
speak
just
to the
thinks by saying I'll
DOJ.
speak to these people that it sounds like
I
he's
don't know. I
doing.
mean, I'd have to speak to the DOJ. I'll look at it.
About what? About what? What do you need to speak to the DOJ about, dude?
But look,
What?
it's like look, think of it like this, right? You watch a bad movie and you're watching some people in business, and they're like, yeah, I'll call my guy, and then I'll do that thing. I'll go over there and I'll talk to my friends over at the like. It's not real. He just thinks by saying these things, it makes him sound like he's a clever guy.
Right.
He doesn't even know what he's saying. Oh, I hate his face. I hate the sound of his voice.
Yeah.
I hate everything about him.
It's so frustrating to deal with this shit. So, all right, let's move on to. Oh, actually, real quick, I want you to pull up that slide of the Fox News because I talked about this the other day. Jesse Waters bringing on the fake Antifa guy. Apparently, Jesse Waters is just recycling the same dude and claiming he's different people. One was a cartel member, which
Also,
I don't know.
you know what I'd like to know? If
blue-eyed
Jesse
cartel members.
I want to let's pretend for a moment and say, Jesse, why didn't you ask him what's the training like? How do you get in? What's the recruitment like for Antifa?
Right.
Because it says he's a former member. There's nothing to belong to. But
I
you know
know,
what's funny?
that's so funny.
Look at the guy on the right. Look at the guy on the right. Tell me he doesn't look like Michael Rappaport. Just hold on. I'm going to go back. Look.
It could be.
All right. So I did a little thing. And we're
This
going to
is
play
exactly
a game.
what Fox is doing right now.
Tell me when Michael Rappaport no longer looks like Michael Rappaport and he looks like an Antifa. Hold on, we have a couple more.
Oh wait, I think it's this one. It's this one.
The last one's my favorite.
Oh no,
clearly
yeah, there we go. That's it right
Antifa.
there. That's clearly
I mean,
Antifa.
come on.
It's so dumb, but their people eat it up, man.
Imagine
that's
we
actually
did that. Imagine we had a huge viewership and we brought someone on, put them in a mask. You know, we garbled their voice. So, you know, like in the old TV shows when it was behind the curtain.
right.
And we were like, could you tell us about where Antifa touched you? I'm like, come on.
Right, we would get humiliated. Like they would laugh us off the air, but no. Apparently, Fox News is going to get people killed again, and I don't think they give a shit. I think honestly, Jesse Waters gets a kick out of it, and you cannot tell me. I posted this on Facebook. It was like Jesse Waters looks like a guy that has a nightly moisturizing routine. He definitely has a secret grinder profile. You cannot tell me Jesse Waters is straight, dude. That dude is as gay as they come. He needs to come out of the closet with the rest of these GOP guys.
He is a stack of blueberry pancakes, as I like to say.
Right? I'm sure Grindr appreciates all of your business.
This is
but
true. He
We're
is
getting
a
tired of it. He is. A lot of these people.
No morality.
None at all, man. None of these people do. The guy suggested bombing a UN building because of a fucking escalator. You have to be a psychopath to even joke about something like that. And he wasn't joking, by the way. He was serious.
He wasn't.
So, all right, let's move on to ICE. These videos will probably make your blood boil, but this is what's happening in Chicago right now. We have actual Nazis, actual white supremacists making 6 figures a year with minimal training. Minimal training. You cannot tell me in the last 7 months, 8 months that Donald Trump has managed to properly train all of these ICE agents.
Well, where are they training? That seems like that should be public knowledge.
I mean, we saw the training. We saw, what was his name? Dean Cain do the obstacle course. Did you guys ever see that video?
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's ICE training, going through an obstacle course at like half speed, apparently. So, but anyway, let me show you first the video of people, residents of the Chicago apartment building. They quite literally hovered over the thing with Black Hawk helicopters, like they were in Mogadishu or Fallujah, to raid an apartment building full of women and children. Like, I hope you guys feel tough. I hope you enjoy rappelling out of a
helicopter. Oh my God, do
helicopter
they feel tough?
Yeah, I hope you have, because we think you have a micro penis. Because I have never seen overcompensation like ICE. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? And it's mostly about intimidation with the vests and the masks and all that stuff. But you know what? My thing is from now on, like if I get grabbed by ICE, I'm taking that guy's mask off and somebody's getting a picture of his face. If you're going to attack me, I'm at least going to identify your ass. So, but anyway, here's the poor residents of Chicago being terrorized and interviewed after this happened.
Citizenship and confirmed she had no active warrants. She describes the scene as she says children were also let out of the building.
No shoes. The kids that had no pants, no shirts or no pants on, they just treated us like we were nothing. He said he had warrants for 5 people. I said, so why are you detaining the whole building? He says for the safety of our people.
Ebony Watson watched and filmed what she saw.
And all you see is this whole block full of budget rental cars.
Showing a massive show of force and rental trucks used in this mission alongside ICE, FBI, and other federal agencies. The FBI called it a quote, targeted immigration enforcement operation. Are they at the property? We're here. We tried to find the property manager. No one would meet with us or give us any information about what happened.
It's crazy. It felt like we were under siege last night.
Meantime, this Chicago neighborhood is grappling for answers.
They brought a baby out completely naked and wouldn't allow the mother a chance to clothe her child. You know, it's distressing.
There you go, guys. There's Trump's America right there. That is a 1-year-old baby being zip-tied like a fucking criminal by a grown-ass man. You should be fucking embarrassed. I cannot wait for the next Nuremberg trials.
That's what I don't understand.
I cannot wait for the next Nuremberg trials.
We are going to fight for media credentials at the next Nuremberg trials.
I'm live streaming that bitch.
Yeah,
I want front row center on that one because we called this entire thing. We said this was coming to everybody, but everybody's like, that can't happen in America. Bro, just listen to what we say. We might sound crazy. We might be a couple of nobodies, but we know what the fuck we're talking about, man. We've been studying this shit for the last 2 years. We know what we're talking about. We know what's coming. We know what's coming. It's only going to get worse.
We're geniuses. It's because we look at the information and facts. It's like not that hard.
And we don't see, this is what pisses me off. Like we have a lot of other channels that just report what's happening, but they're not digging into it like what they're trying to do behind the scenes. Like they're just reporting. Yeah, okay, anybody could read the news and report something that happened. But like, we need to start figuring out what to do next.
I get it that a lot of when we're speculating is speculation and it's our opinion. But what we're doing is we're basing those opinions off of real facts. And we say their opinions. We're not like the right where we just make up shit and say this is real because we said it is. We're not doing that. And we're not legitimate, or I should say we're not traditional journalists in the sense that we're not just reporting the facts. Like Jeremy said, there has to be a medium where the facts are paramount, but you have to talk about things in a real term. You can't just present it and then not push what the actual story is.
Because, why are they doing this?
Like Jeremy always says, we're going after the people in the middle that didn't know, didn't want to know, never voted. They still were able to just skate by without taking sides. The only way to do that is to present the facts, but explain to them what those facts mean.
Yeah. I mean, it's gotten to the point where I'm actually in the process of we're putting together a community action group. Me and some of my homies are, because I had to.
Yes,
there's situations around town where families are being harassed, whether they're Latino families or black families in my area. So we're talking about putting together a community action group of very intimidating gentlemen and me. I'm very loud, and when you see me face to face, if that switch flips, I can go from very happy to screaming in your face in seconds. So even though I'm tiny in stature, oh boy, yeah, I'm crazy. So, but anyway, we're trying to put because cops are. I almost got arrested the other day. Was it yesterday or the day before? Yeah, I almost got arrested for being a dick to a cop. And I was a dick to the cop because he was being a dick to me. So I'm like, I'm not going to let you talk to me like that. You're supposed to be here helping me, and you're being a fucking asshole. And it was all after he found out what I did for a living. White cop, of course, and I live in a very Trump area. So as soon as I started figuring out that he's a Trump supporter, I started giving him attitude. And the guy was like, well, I'll just arrest you. Oh, my God. I told him, get the fuck off my property. I'll just call 911 and get your supervisor. and I'll fill that report out with him. How about that? Threatened to arrest me for being an asshole to you. Fuck you. Fuck you. You can tell a cop to his face. Fuck you.
You can.
Fuck you. What you gonna do, bitch? Fuck you. You can't do shit. That's not assault. You want to be a dick to me? I'm going to be a dick to you right back. And yes, this is some white privilege talking, because I get it. I get it. You're not supposed to talk to the cops like that. Most people probably wouldn't. Me, on the other hand, I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I'm here to protect my people and my community, and I don't mean white people when I say my people. My community is everybody.
He means his family,
you know what I'm saying?
Friends, and
I'm
anyone
here,
that is
right,
a nice human.
Right. I'm here to fight for people that cannot fight for themselves. That's why we need community action groups, because we are on our own.
I think you're right.
Right now, we are on our own. We have to build community locally, and that's what we're doing.
You're on the right track with this.
Right. It's got to be. It's got to. And this all started because of the new Black Panther Party that started out in Philly, who I'm actually trying to get a hold of. I'm DM'd the leader of the Black Panther Party in Philly, the new Black Panther Party. Most of you guys probably know the video if I show it to you. But yeah, so yeah. Plus, my buddies have connections in Philly, so I'm trying to work that out. But we have to be there for one another, and we have to be there as a community. So yeah, like I said, if you're not down with this shit, you have to speak out. And if you're white and you're not down with this shit, you're obligated to speak out, because this is white people's fault. This is white people's fault. Okay? You can say what you want. We fucked up. Not me and Mike, because we voted correctly, but white people in general have proven that we are pretty fucking shitty as a race.
I've watched a lot of videos of especially black women saying something to the effect of the following, that you look at all the murders, you look at all the crimes, all the wife beatings, all the pedophilia, all of that. Guess who it almost always is? A white guy.
Always.
Guess who's fucking the country right now in office? A white guy. Guess who all the people picking up innocent children and zip tying in the middle of the night are? White guys.
Right. Honestly, your biggest threat, especially as a woman right now, are straight white Christian men. If you go on a date, I've said this before, and I would honestly ask first, who did you vote for? As a woman, in this day and age, because the other side tends to be okay with beating women, you know, wanting them just to be trad wives and stay home, cook, clean, and be their servants. Like, that's the shit they believe in.
Look at my birthing unit. Isn't she cooking wonderfully?
Right. They don't want your personality. They just want your body, and then they want you to do whatever they want. And it's fucked up. So I would not recommend dating any Republican men. They say Trump, fucking run. Sorry, I gotta go. Why? Don't even say anything. Just you don't even have to say I'm leaving. Just turn around and leave. Don't risk it. All right. So anyway, real quick, I want to get back into the ICE thing, because they have actual Nazis working for this. This guy has a Nazi or a swastika tattoo. You can't really make it out in the video, but if you get a still of it, it's right here. It's not very big, and it looks like shit. But just look at how they're treating people. Like, this video has me fucked up.
The fucking taser. Do you have a passport or anything? I'm a U.S. citizen. Sounds good, buddy. So what's
that guy right there?
Dude, this guy here in the middle.
Hey,
step out of the car for us, buddy.
Like, look
also,
at this.
You're going on patrol in your little mohawk, fucking
He's
clown.
on the phone.
Right, they want the military to be clean cut, and they got this fucking clown.
What is it? Wait, don't talk to me that way.
Yeah, shouldn't they be following the same?
Don't talk. This is where I would get loud.
I know you want to be cool.
Excuse me? I'll talk to you however the fuck I want to talk to you.
For your Instagram page, but you're trying to be cool. Get my good side, don't get my bad side. Okay, Mr. Cool Guy. Thank you. I've seen you around.
Okay, Mr.
Yeah, you're in the neighborhood. I see you around. Okay, good. Yeah, I seen you around. You as well. Okay. Oh, you can cover it up. Okay. Cool guy. I don't. Yeah, I'm not worried about it, buddy. Whatever, man. We're just here trying to make America safe again, dude. That's all we're trying
Say
to
that
do.
again one more time.
You heard it.
Say it again. Come on, Mr. Cool Guy.
Just telling you.
Make what safe again.
Todos estados legal. 2 seconds.
This is the attitude of a man that
All right,
was given
we're gonna ask
absolute
him to get out of the
authority on
car,
street
and he needs to get
harass
out right now.
people
We're
and
not
do
going to
whatever
ask
he
again. We're
wants.
going to take him out of the car.
We're all good.
We're not talking to you. We're talking to him. You have no choice. Let's get him out here.
No, not through me. He got to go to the other side. You got to go through the other side. I'm not getting out.
What if I need help to push?
I'm not getting out.
What if I need help
I'm not
to
asking
push
you
him
to.
out?
You guys got this?
You got to get out, Brian. You got to get out, Brian.
So again, this person's not even resisting, and they're still treating him like it's a violent encounter.
That's what I'm saying. They're treating people like shit. This is not how you treat people.
I'm closing this. Get on my way. Hey, he's out already. He's out. He's out the way. Okay, you gotta step back. You gotta step back.
Bro,
the other guy already cleared it. Here's my door. Get the fuck out my door.
I'm gonna kick them out of my car.
You hear what he says? He's walking away saying, "You're lucky." Fuck you, you fucking fat piece of shit, man. I'm so. I'm gonna lose my shit with these people one of these days, man. I can't watch this anymore, dude. This is what kills us mentally, is watching Americans, and not Americans, just people being treated like absolute garbage by actual Nazis. And we're just kind of taking it right now. But eventually it's going to pop off. They're going to push people too far. It's going to happen. And then when it does, Donald Trump.
What's going to happen is
blah, blah, blah.
Someone is going to lose their shit when these scumbags take their family member away, punch one of these assholes, and that's going to be the catalyst. And that's all they're going to need. That's going to be the thing that does it.
And I don't promote violence, but man.
What are you supposed to do? You're supposed to watch these people that don't have any legal authority take your family member away? How the hell do you not react?
Right, I told that cop, like, when he was out in trying to get in my face and stuff like that, I'm like, look, if you don't want to handle it, I'll handle it myself. He's like, what are you trying to say? I was like, what the fuck do you think I'm trying to say? I was like, somebody's harassing me and making death threats. I have my family in this house. Do you think I'm not going to protect my family? Are you fucking stupid? In this environment? And then I can't remember what I said, but he's like, oh, so you're profiling me because I'm in a cop uniform now? I'm like,
correct, Brina.
It's exactly what I'm doing. You're a white cop.
Yeah, sorry.
I'm sorry. I treat you just the same. You know what I mean? Fuck you. Because, as soon as he found out I was not a Trump supporter, man, no interest in helping me. So it made me realize that we are quite literally on our own right now. So, all right, moving on to the last bit of this, and that is the Insurrection Act, and Donald Trump just foaming at the mouth to start war with his own people. He's out telling the Army and the Navy, or telling our generals in the Navy at the 250th anniversary that the Americans are our greatest enemy. What the fuck is wrong with y'all? Racism has replaced patriotism. Y'all are fucking cowards.
Yep.
We are the patriots. You are fucking little bitches, racist little Nazi cucks. For a billionaire that would fucking throw you to the wolves in a heartbeat. You think Donald Trump gives a shit about you? You think, honestly, Donald Trump cares 1 second about you? He does not give a shit. All he cares about is lining his fucking pockets, man. But anyway, Stephen Miller went on to CNN and made one of the dumbest statements he could possibly make. And then for some reason, either somebody is in his ear telling him, shut the fuck up, shut the fuck up.
His whole ass.
Or he realized what he said. And I did not know what this word meant at first. The word he uses is plenary. Plenary, I think it's spelled.
Yeah,
it means
like
absolute. Here on a CNN interview, when asked about the Insurrection Act, Stephen Miller says, well, Donald Trump has plenary power. He does not. Have plenary power.
A dictator, a king. You know who framed this country so that one person did not have unilateral power to do whatever they wanted?
Right.
The founders of this country. That's what they did. They didn't want someone who used that power unilaterally.
Right.
They did not want that.
That was the whole point. That was the whole point. But here's Stephen Miller, and they'd say it's a technical error, but I can't tell if Stephen Miller was told to shut up or if he just glitched out after he realized what he said.
You've called the district judge's ruling blocking the deployment of National Guard in Oregon legal insurrection. Does the administration still plan to abide by that ruling?
Well, the administration filed an appeal this morning with the Ninth Circuit. I would note the administration won an identical case in the Ninth Circuit just a few months ago with respect to the federalizing of the California National Guard. Under Title 10 of the U.S. Code, the president has plenary authority.
Stephen?
I'm pretty sure somebody just told him to shut up.
Hey, Stephen, can you hear me?
I'm sorry, it's far too convenient for that to have happened the moment he says
Stephen,
on national television
like
that the president has unilateral authority.
We'll try to fix that.
That was not a technical issue. I don't know what caused. I don't know if he realized what he said. And it's like, oh shit, or if somebody's in his ear and that little earpiece be like, dude, no. But they're just talking about defying judges' orders and sending troops in anyway. They called the judge's ruling, who was a Trump judge, by the way, a legal insurrection. They would say that the court system is now trying to overthrow Donald Trump from within. His own judge. And let's not forget that a judge's house recently burned to the ground in South Carolina conveniently after she ruled against the Trump administration. They're still trying to find out, I think, the motive for that. I have a feeling that most of us already know what the motive is, but we'll let more information come out before we draw any conclusions. Probably not going to be shocked at the results, I'm sure. But this is an issue because Donald Trump is just itching to use the Insurrection Act to the point where they're lying about what's really happening in this country.
He will. So that's why I made a video about this on Instagram. I think the SCOTUS is going to uphold the ban of putting troops in Portland, because what's the point of telling Trump he has permission to do something that he's going to do no matter what? Right. They get to save face and pretend that they're not part of this by saying, oh, no, you can't put troops in cities. And then he's just going to go, oh, there's an Insurrection Act. I'm in command.
Right. And then he can suspend elections. If there's a war and he invokes war powers, the War Powers Act, I think it is.
Yep.
He will have plenary authority at that point, which is maybe what Stephen Miller was talking about. It's the only thing I can think of.
He's still showing the whole ass. Like, don't let everyone know that you're doing that. Like, you're bad at this. You're all bad at this. Yeah. They're all really bad Nazis.
Right. The fact that they're dumb just makes it so much more dangerous. Stephen Miller's a curse. Jesus. I mean, it's funny. It's funny. Like, Mike and I have a theory that there are some networks that are watching our show that are bigger than us. Because, like, I unearthed a video of Stephen Miller the other day from him in high school talking about how torture is a way to enlightenment.
Yep.
You shouldn't kill people. You should torture people. And then other larger networks are like, hey, we unearthed this video. I'm like, come on.
Guys.
Give us some fucking credit here, man. Jesus. Anyways, but here is Donald Trump being asked about the Insurrection Act. And he wants to use it. That's why they're instigating. They want violence. So they can blame it on the radical left and Antifa.
Yep.
They declared us a terrorist organization, for fuck's sake.
A group
we're not even an organization.
That doesn't exist. Yeah.
Right. So, yeah. And it's funny that people don't, like Mike and I have tried to dumb this subject down because when people hear dictatorship, they're like, yeah, Donald Trump should be a dictator. They don't know what the word dictatorship means. They don't know what authoritarian means. And they don't even know what the word fascist means. But everybody knows what the fucking word Nazi means. Okay? So start dumbing it down for MAGA so they understand exactly what they are in this equation. You're not patriots. You're psychopathic Nazis, which is a shame considering, your grandparents probably died fighting the Nazis. Ugh. This is sick, but here it is.
Insurrection Act, under what conditions or terms would you?
Well, I'd do it if it was necessary. So far, it hasn't been necessary, but we have an Insurrection Act for a reason. If I had to enact it, I'd do that. If people were being killed and courts were holding us up,
could have done that on January 6th.
Governors or mayors were holding us up, sure, I'd do that. I mean, I want to
Did
make
you
sure
hear
that
that?
people
Pause
aren't
that.
killed.
If governors
We have
or
to make sure
mayors
that
were holding
governors
us
are
up.
The holding you up from what?
Is
Doing
that
what you want?
going to be formally invoked? Is that a way to kind of get around all this opposition?
Well, it is a way to get around it. If we don't have to use it, I wouldn't use it.
If you take a look at what's been going on in Portland, it's been going on for a long time, and that's insurrection. I mean, that's pure insurrection. And then you'll have a governor get up and say, there's absolutely nothing wrong. And you see these places are burning down, like in Chicago.
Wait a minute. So if he's saying right now that there is a current insurrection in Portland, but he's not doing anything about it, isn't he neglecting his presidential duty?
Right. He's out there telling everybody that these cities are burning to the ground. Like, if you can't just get on Google and fucking look this up, for crying out loud. Not Fox News, not Newsmax, but come back to fucking reality for 5 seconds. Jesus Christ, they're going to get people killed if we don't do something. Innocent people are dying already. They just murdered a woman in Chicago. And claimed that she had an assault rifle.
In Florida.
Yeah, they're like, she tried to drive over us. Well, no. Masked psychopaths with mohawks and fucking Oakleys and Nazi tattoos are walking up to random cars and trying to drag people out of cars. I would drive away too. Especially if I was just a woman by myself. A bunch of fucking psycho white guys. Yeah, so they killed her. They killed her. And then they fled the scene of the crime. And while they fled the scene of the crime, they were throwing tear gas out of their windows because they're a bunch of fucking wannabe soldiers, when in reality, they just makes them feel like more of a man to beat up on women and children. Because let's be honest, that's what they're doing.
Well, let's face it, beating up on women is one of the oldest pastime for police, so.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sorry,
so
I'm going to say it.
You know, there's a special place in hell for these people. You know, that's the only thing that gives me any kind of just makes me feel better, is the fact that I know that when the world ends, there will not be a single Trump supporter in heaven. So heaven will be amazing. Because if there's Trump supporters in heaven, I would rather go to hell. Please.
Look, I
will volunteer. I mean, we're already living hell on earth. How much worse could it possibly be? You know what I'm saying? We're about to go to war with ourselves because of this administration lying and saying that there's violence everywhere. Again, Chicago just got voted again the nicest city in the United States. But Donald Trump claims it's burning to the ground. So which one is it? Is it burning to the ground, or is it really, really nice? It can't be both.
Democrat polls, Democrats like fire. They like destruction because they're just dead people.
My God, man. But we live in, this is dangerous, and it's going to get worse, guys. It's going to get worse. Like I said, I don't ever promote violence, but I do promote being smart. I do promote self-defense. If he suspends the Constitution, that means he suspends the Second Amendment as well. Just saying, you know, I mean, he's going after the First Amendment. How long before he goes after the Second or the 14th? You know, freeing the slaves. How long before he goes after that? Or the 19th Amendment, you know, taking away women's right to vote, which they are talking about. Pete Hegseth's pastor was on TV saying, yes, we believe women should not have the right to vote. They are going after our basic human rights.
There was women in that congregation.
Right. Again, they are pulling 100%. This is Adolf Hitler's playbook. We need to call it that. We need to recognize that these are actual Nazis. They want to be Nazis. And if... Please just look up how fucked up shit got with the Nazis. Like, not just like the gas chambers, because that's what all these people think. They did experimentations on people. Like human experiments where they would just dissect people while they were alive. You know what I'm saying? Like
twins together.
They did some of the most disgusting, horrific shit humanity has ever witnessed. I mean, they would make Jewish people dig up their graves of their loved ones that have, like, if they saw a Jewish graveyard, they would make the Jews go to that graveyard, dig up their relatives, then they would burn the corpses and then use the headstones to make roads. That's what the Nazis did.
That's twisted on a level you cannot make up.
No, and that's what
sick.
Right. And right now we are in the beginning phases of that. Like, this is how Nazi Germany started. Hitler seized power. Sorry, I combined two words there. Hitler seized power, consolidated all the power, created a Gestapo, turned the army on its own people, and if you weren't 100% with them, you were a target. Okay? And again, being anti-fascist is a good thing. We are the good guys. Don't ever make anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anybody make you feel bad for being against what's happening right now. You are on the right side of history if you hate what's going on right now.
Kendra. They did.
Yeah, so, but we're all going to have to make some extremely tough decisions soon because not only are food prices skyrocketing, I just paid $100 for like 3 bags of groceries.
Yeah,
2
I do the
pizzas,
same
and
thing
6
every
bottles
week.
of water.
I'm like, there are 3 to 4 bags, and it's like $160.
Right, because Donald Trump's running around the country going, oh, prices are so low. Like MAGA, I know you don't read and I know you don't do math, but you have eyes and you have wallets. Like you have to see that everything.
There is
right
less
now is
green stuff in there. Less green,
Right.
bad.
Like you're already poor and you're about to be even more poor thanks to your vote, and you still support this. Is maddening. So, but anyway, that's all we have for today's show. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do not forget, we are going to be at No Kings 2.0 in just 10 days, buddy. We'll be back in New York City. I cannot wait.
Oh, man.
That hopefully will be the most massive protest we've ever actually been to live.
I'm so excited.
Yeah, so last time there was a No Kings protest, it wasn't as crazy as it is now. People were not as angry as they are now, so I'm hoping for even a bigger turnout. Last time we had over 10 million. We hit the 3.5% mark. I would like to see us hit 5-10%. Like, we need tens of millions of people just to be out in the streets.
Yep.
Just to be out in the streets. And if you have a phone, take it out and record everything.
Yeah, just record everything. I don't know if this is going to be the one that gets the 10% of the population, but we're headed towards
getting there.
Americans' apathy is going to be a hindrance to get through this because even people that are on the right side aren't necessarily willing, like myself, participating in a general strike. I don't know that I could risk losing my job. And a lot of people, I don't even have kids. I can't imagine what decision you have to make if you do have kids if there's a general strike. But I'll tell you what, protest. Get in the streets. Make them push us back into our homes. Make them use the tanks on us. Make them use the bully tactics on us, okay? Because we have to show that we are going to get in the streets no matter what, and we are going to do what it takes to defend this country from the fascist within.
Right. And just remember there are risks. Just be safe when you're out there. Be peaceful. But like I always say, man, even peaceful people have a breaking point. And I feel like that's where Trump has headed us. Is he trying to put us past our breaking point? We'll see. We'll see. So everybody have a good rest of your night. We'll be back on Friday with another live news recap. Got another special guest that I've met on social media who's being harassed by MAGA at her job just for being against what's happening. Like, that's what they're doing right now. Like, if they don't like something that you say on social media, these psychos will dox the shit out of you, call your employer, try and get you fucking fired just for being against protecting pedophiles and against Nazis. Like, I'm not sorry. You know what I mean?
And saying Charlie Kirk was a bag of fucks.
Yeah, he was a piece of shit. Fuck him. His wife doesn't care. Why should we care? She's out there fucking celebrating. She's already forgotten about it. She's like, Charlie who? Oh, my husband. Oh, that guy. Dude, I saw a video today. Somebody said there's no photos on the internet of Charlie Kirk's kids' faces. Think about that. I have to look. If there's people are starting to question if they ever have kids. Nobody has any videos of them or pictures of their kids?
No.
That shit blew me away. So I'm going to look into that. If that's true, that's going to fuck me up. That's going to mess me up, man. Because this whole Charlie Kirk scenario is so fucked. Like, we got no ballistics report, no coroner's report, no medical report. There was no church burial. We don't even know where the fuck he was buried. If he was buried, did they cremate the body to get rid of the evidence? Like, we don't have the slug, the 30-06 slug that supposedly killed him. There's so much wrong with this scenario, dude.
Whatever.
So much wrong. But anyway, love you guys. Thanks for hanging out with us, and we'll see you on